Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Kenobi episode 4 is out, and it was slower and shorter episode than usual, but it was still very good in my opinion. I thought it was awesome seeing Fortress Inquisitorius once again, and lots of the scenes reminded me of Fallen Order, which I thought was great. Okay, so there is one particular scene I want to talk about from this episode, and that's where Obi-Wan walks through the hallway with the bodies in the tanks. Kenobi called it a tomb, so the bodies are likely dead. However, they could be alive and preserved, sort of what cryo chambers do, keeping their bodies alive, unable to move until they are woken up. Now, if you look closely at the people in the tanks, it's actually pretty cool, and although I'm not entirely sure, I have some theories on who they could actually be. So most of the people in there are Jedi. Not everyone is wearing a robe, so I would even say if they aren't wearing a robe, they are likely just a Force user of some kind, but I'll get into more of that later. So as Obi-Wan approaches the first body, to me this looks like a Jedi called Tera Sinubi. So Tera is someone from the Clone Wars, who we actually saw a couple of times. The main episode we saw him in was a story where someone stole Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber, and together they hunted down the person and got her lightsaber back. We also see Tera train younger Jedi during the Clone Wars, so he was pretty much just a protector and someone who didn't get into much action anymore because of his old age. But nonetheless, a cool Jedi, and this person in the tank definitely looks like him, or at least the same species. Obi-Wan walks past two more people who I couldn't identify, and I'm not sure if we have seen them before. They aren't wearing Jedi robes and don't look familiar to me. However, the next person is very interesting. To me this actually looks like a live action version of Ser Junda from Fallen Order. Yes, a little older with longer hair, but this would work with the timeline. Kenobi is 5 years after Fallen Order, and Kenobi is also the same year as the sequel Jedi Survivor. Now one interesting thing is that Ser wasn't in the new trailer, so maybe somehow in between Fallen Order or Survivor, she got captured. We follow Kenobi to the next tank where it shows a youngling. Now to me this is the same youngling as the one from the Order 66 scene at the start of the show. They look similar and are wearing the exact same clothes, even the youngling helmet, so he would have just been taken from the Jedi Temple during Order 66. When Obi-Wan looks at this kid, he seems sad. Maybe he remembers the kid from the temple, which would be very heartbreaking if he does. Now as we see Kenobi run out of the room, on the right we can see one more body. From a distance, it looks like Mace Windu. The cloak he is wearing is very similar, the figure is bald and has darker skin. So maybe it is Mace, which should be a cool cameo, and hopefully we get a story on how he ended up there. Because we can see his hand is there, so maybe he did survive, got his hand back, and then in these last 10 years was captured once again. Perhaps by Vader. That is a story I would love to see. Also, in the cabinets at the Inquisitorius meeting room, we see the lightsabers spread all around the room. Perhaps they are the lightsabers from the Jedi and the tanks. They would be there as sort of trophies to hold against them. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Let me know who you think are the people in the tanks at Fortress Inquisitorius. I hope you all have a great day, and may the Force be with you.